Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I want to talk about a SEO methodology, not always the best, but a lot of people employ this type of process, and I call it ready, fire, aim. It doesn't always lead to the best results, and there's a reason why you want your methodology to be ready, aim, fire instead of ready, fire, aim. Let me explain what that means. Some companies, because of a variety of factors. It could be maybe because they were a first mover in their space or there's low competition. A lot of times there are companies that found themselves being very successful with SEO right out the gate, but what they're experiencing now with their market maturing, their vertical maturing, is there's a lot more competition and a lot more people doing the same thing that they're doing, and SEO is not as easy as it once was. But when you're used to doing SEO internally, or if you're bargain shopping for SEO, or if you've never worked with an agency with a process and a track record before, you can really get sucked into the mentality of moving fast and breaking things, or moving fast because speed, gotta go, without having a strategy in place, or cobbling together a strategy from blog posts that you've read, or SEO blogs, or all these sorts of things, and it doesn't always lead to the best results. So when the competition begins to heat up, and when there's other players in your space that are nipping at your heels, and they're starting to work hard as well, and they work on their SEO as well, and they do all the same things that you do, and they have excellent products like you do, then it becomes a lot harder. And the old methodology of taking action before you develop a strategy doesn't work, and that's the basis of what ready, fire, aim is, and why it's ineffective once you are in a market that's maturing. There's a lot more competition, and your strategy needs to be a lot more comprehensive. Like I said, I've run into this, a few times over the last year, where you're approached by different prospective people, and they want to move fast. They don't want to actually do an audit of their site. They don't want to look at what the competition is doing and why they're succeeding. Why are you losing ground? Why is the competition gaining ground? Why is Google putting those sites and those web pages above yours? Analyzing that stuff can really have some insight, and when you skip that part of the process, it really makes it difficult. Not every SEO practitioner, not every SEO agency is the same, and don't be fooled into thinking that they are. You can't get the same thing for $200 a month that you're paying another agency maybe $2,500 a month or $5,000 a month for. It's oftentimes radically different processes, radically different teams, radically different philosophies about SEO. At the end of the day, Google is trying to match search intent to the task that people are trying to complete. So when the majority of the people type in a certain phrase, they're either wanting to buy something, maybe they're wanting to research something, they're trying to get info, or very specific info, and that's an important part that people seem to skip a lot, or they're trying to complete some sort of task, like book an appointment, book a flight, whatever it is, but they're trying to do a specific task. And if you take time to pause and look at the actual search results and maybe do some analysis on each of those keywords, instead of just blindly throwing darts at a dartboard like with a blindfold on, then you're going to get a lot more attraction out of that. Now, the second part of this ready, fire, aim methodology and process that some organizations implement, when you're cobbling together stuff from SEO blogs, just realize that a lot of people who write SEO blogs don't do a lot of SEO. A lot of times it's people that make their living from the professional speaking conference circuit. They make their money speaking at conferences, or they're selling courses on how to do SEO. So really be aware, just because you see somebody saying something doesn't mean that that's necessarily going to work for you, and it's not necessarily the things that they are actually doing behind the scenes. SEO in itself is like a totally different thing to try and rank for. In a lot of ways it's easier in some ways, because again, marketers know other marketers, and marketers can get links that you can't, because they know all the other people creating content for blogs. Now if you're in a more traditional type of thing, you're doing auto repair or HVAC or manufacturing or some other type of industrial work, those links are going to be a lot farther and fewer between, and they might make a difference. The content on your page is definitely going to make a difference. The design of your site is going to make a difference, but like, what are you actually putting on the page is something that you should absolutely look at. Go back and watch the video that we did. Before you do a site redesign, do this. And this explains, like everything, analysis of the results in Google is going to give you information that you do not have when you're just aiming at the low-hanging fruit. Let's talk about this one too. There's another video that we did not that long ago called The Truth About Low-Hanging Fruit. And the fact of the matter is you can optimize certain things in the page, but everybody is doing that. Adding keywords to your, H1s, H2s, title tags, descriptions. Everybody does that for the most part. Adding schema data to your pages. Everybody is pretty much doing that. These things are not really differentiators. Site speed is not a differentiator if everybody in your space is either slow or everybody is about the same page speed. It's not really that big of a deal as people make it out to be. If you have the wrong content on your page, or if you are mismatching search intent, or if you are missing key elements from your page that the other pages that rank have those and you don't, then over time, Google's algorithm, which analyzes billions of pages and looks for patterns which their user signals tell them, like, hey, people were satisfied with this, these things in the page when we saw these words, these phrases, these elements, these things, these tools in a page, and people seem to be happy with them most of the time when they searched this phrase. This is not rocket science, but it does take time. Too many people out there, both SEO practitioners and agencies and clients, want to push a button and have SEO done for them. And it doesn't work like that, and it's not going to work like that in the 2020s. I can guarantee it. What you're going to have to do is actually put in the work to differentiate yourself, and one, match the intention that that keyword, that pattern is already showing. Two, create the right content for your page, which takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and you can kind of go halfway and make very short articles or medium-sized articles, or articles that sell what you want to sell. Maybe they don't include the information that people who are searching that keyword phrase that you're trying to rank for, it doesn't include the information that they're looking for, you're not going to rank. So to sum it up, don't cobble advice together from different SEO blogs and then scratch your head and wonder why you're not gaining. Because if you're doing something and it doesn't work, you got to change the approach. If you're doing the same things over and over and they're not working, then you got to do something different. And having a strategy to SEO is something very important, because your competitors have a strategy, believe it or not. They oftentimes either have an agency that they're working with on the outside that's helping them, or they have a very talented in-house SEO team. So just doing the same things you did before might not always work for you, especially if the competition's heating up. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here every single day making videos on SEO. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer. That's it for now. I'll be here tomorrow, and until next time, peace.